11 people were charged with a ritual involving animal sacrifices.
I knew instantly what it was, and I knew it wasn't good. Definitely felt some kind of evil present.
It was very creepy.
What the f? There was actually a little doll on the bottom of the rocks.
In the middle of darkness, concealing mysteries in woods and silence, forests are known for their eerie atmosphere and perplexing sightings. Spooky entities that secretly disappear to scary discoveries. Hold your breath to witness the most shocking camera captures that cannot go unnoticed. Doll's Jungle.
Yo, what is it? What's that?
What the?
What do you see that?
Leave or die.
Whoa!
While camping, two friends stumbled upon an unsettling discovery that sent shivers down their spines. Dolls were found stuck in trees, creating an eerie sight. Although this part of the forest was known for unusual things, it might have been a practical joke played by someone.
So all the trees around them has fallen, as you guys can see, but the dolls are still here. They survived.
In case you don't know, people pull sinister things in the jungle. Call it some kind of ritual in their traditions, and such sights are common in the dense forests.
Oh, this is so haunted.
And the use of dolls is the most common thing to perform such rituals. Yet no one knew anything, and the answers to such a discovery remained unknown, leaving the friends both intrigued and uneasy about the strange occurrence in the woods. Ritual sight.
I know I said with the satanic but f***ing joke, I'm not f***ing serious.
Be careful while walking in the jungle. You might find yourself in a mysterious place that could haunt you. Two friends, while roaming in the woods at night, stumbled upon a ritualistic scene where grass was placed on stones, and peculiar objects like a piece of cloth were scattered around. Footprints indicated that someone had been there engaged in mysterious activities. It was strange to think that people went to such limits, fearlessly risking into the jungle at night. The discovery left the friends both intrigued and uneasy as they considered the eerie sight and wondered about the purpose behind the ritual in the dark depths of the woods.
Dude, I don't want f***ing camp. I don't want f***ing camp anymore. Dude.
Demon in woods. Thank goodness it's not me recording this video, otherwise I would have fainted. A man was walking in the woods when he came across this peculiar creature, wearing a white dress with an evil smile on its face and walking slowly in a circle. It seemed like it was up to something very eerie. As it looked toward the man, it was trying to hide something sinister, and I am sure it was not up to anything virtuous. But hats off to the man who upheld his courage and kept recording this video. Breathing forest. A man, while walking in the woods, stumbled upon a very unusual sight that shocked him to his core. It looked as if some giant hiding under those trees was inhaling and exhaling, so he quickly recorded the eerie scene and shared it to baffle the netizens. People came up with some interesting answers. Some called it a forest monster, while others were convinced to call the place haunted. However, all these mysterious theories were debunked by the scientific community, explaining this phenomenon as a breathing forest. Eerie Laughter. In February of 2013, a few residents of the neighborhood in northern Oregon filed reports of strange noises coming from the forest. They described it as eerie laughter and sudden applause. It was loud and echoed throughout the nearby area. One of the residents then heard the sounds, went outside to where they seemed to be coming from, and started recording. Some believe that it could be some fox making such noises. But foxes don't have such loud, shrill voices. However, these noises are still a mystery to everyone in the neighborhood, and many hear such peals of laughter often. Missing persons.
Look what these are.
In this chilling mystery, a man was hiking through the woods and stumbled upon some mysterious posters.
been here before. I've been here a lot. I've been here so much, I've actually been to the hospital getting stitches because of some of the adventures that I've had.
More than 25 missing person posters were plastered on trees. Cops were called, but upon investigation, no corresponding records were found. The confused officers speculated that someone might have intentionally placed them for Halloween. However, the man's video recording negated this, as it wasn't Halloween at the time. From that date till today, the whole story has become a real head-scratcher, as nobody knows who those people were and what the purpose behind that.
These are just the ones that I've gone in close up. I did close up.
Wooden creature. I can't help wonder if those folks had encountered this creature when it was alive wouldn't have been recording this video. Some people were in the woods when they stumbled upon an oddly looking creature lying on the ground. Though small, it had a clear head and its hands were opened as if reaching for something. Maybe it's prey or who knows what. This peculiar creature was unknown to everyone, and even researchers couldn't guess what it was. It remained a mystery to the people, and experts believe that it was just the tip of the iceberg. They believe we would find more unknown species in the jungle. Chasing giant.
Give me the camera.
I guess it's enough to make a case for the existence of a Bigfoot-like creature. Hardly anyone can doubt it now. These hikers were camping in the heart of the forest when they spotted a giant, rebellious creature. For a moment, it paused and locked eyes with them as if ready to swoop. But as the men tried to follow it, the mysterious creature vanished into the dense vegetation and didn't appear again. These people surely had the scariest encounter of their lives, and they quickly left the spot, finding a safer distance.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it was staring back for a long time. At that point, I knew it wasn't a bear.
Hollow beings.
Well, in mid-finish, I was trying to find a way of relating back to the people who used to live here.
Imagine walking down into the woods and all of a sudden, your duplicate appeared in front of you. Sounds impossible, but it happened to people walking in this forest, where they encountered themselves through these hollow beings. This eerie yet interesting vestige of art was made by Rob Mulholland to deceive people in the woods. Specially designed mirrors were placed in a way that nobody would notice them, and when they crossed it, all of a sudden, they found themselves standing. For a moment, a wave of shock traveled through their bodies, but soon they came to their senses and realized it was one heck of a prank. Hairy creature. A hairy, mysterious creature was found lying on the ground with long, alien-like nails, a strange body, and unusual height. Its discovery sparked fear in the nearby village, so concerned locals decided to take it to a research center. The villagers were bewildered by the creature's appearance, and the fear lingered until experts took charge. The creature's origin and species became the focus of a thorough investigation at the research center. However, it is still unknown what it was, but people have concluded that it was surely an alien. Little things. While hiking in the woods, a man encountered a peculiar sight. A chair stood amid the trees, and an orange pumpkin-like object dangled from the branches, hinting at some ritualistic activity. The setting in the heart of the jungle resembled a scene from a horror movie. As he approached to investigate, the man discovered a small wooden cupboard, suggesting someone had been living for some days.
I feel like there's gonna be some dead body or some sort.
It became evident that whoever had occupied that space likely had no good intentions. Tug of War. A trail camera captured a bear doing something strange. The video showed the bear's actions, making it look like it had a purpose. It found a rope tied to a tree and curiously tried to pull it, leaving everyone in confusion about what it was up to. People had their guesses, like it was trying to play tug of war with a tree to assess who was the most powerful. Some suggested it was setting a trap for some other critter, and they might have seen hunters in the jungles doing the same. Well, this mystery is buried in the mind of the bear, and no one knows the real truth behind it. Mysterious Cornish pixie. You are not alone in having heard pixie stories in your childhood. even though they were scary. At the end of the day, we believed it was just a story. Well, not anymore. This tiny skeleton was discovered in a falcon's nest in Cornwall, UK. Although it was found by some travelers in the jungle, scientists took custody of it for their research. It has the skull, spine, and ribs, though the limbs, lower jaw, and pelvis were missing. Experts have suggested that it could be the corpse of an ancient pixie, but scientists still haven't confirmed this, and it remains a mystery. Bat migration. Just beyond the meadow, a staggering 10 million straw-colored fruit bats reside in the swamp, all packed into a half a square mile. This is one of the world's largest known gatherings of fruit bats, and in terms of numbers, it's the biggest mammal migration on Earth. Within this particular patch of moist evergreen forest, the bats find a comfortable refuge during the heat of the day. Equipped with a hooked claw on their wingtips for gripping and climbing, these bats, with their ginger bodies and pointed faces, are famously known as flying foxes. A shadow. After watching this scene, my views on the existence of aliens have changed, and I think they exist in very different shapes, just like this one. A boy was passing through the woods when he witnessed something bizarre that didn't have any proper entity. It hit the boy and made him fall to the ground. It had no features but a shadow that swiftly crossed the boy and vanished. It has left a mystery for us to keep spinning our minds around. Let me know in the comments if you guys have altered your views on their existence. Dangling cubs. This is not only a weird bear thing, but it also leaves many questions about how these bears climb this tall tree that doesn't even have branches. The most head-scratching part is that one bear didn't climb, which made this sight more unusual. It seemed like the two who climbed were not resting, but stuck at the top of the tree, and their mother was waiting helplessly. As she was sobbing, it is quite possible that she scolded them for something, and they chose the scariest way to show her displeasure. Luckily, a man spotted them in this trouble and called rescuers who later brought them down. Fighting spirit. Watch out, guys! Now critters have learned to hold a stick and they are unstoppable. In a blurry scene, there was something like a small chimp or monkey holding a stick and trying to tackle a man. The unclear view made it funny and strange. The creature's comical actions puzzled everyone, as it attempted to use a stick against the person. However, it added a mysterious touch, leaving everyone both amused and curious about the odd encounter. Massive serpent. A few years back, a group of constructors, while digging up land, started hearing strange growling from the ground and decided to investigate. Whether it was a good idea or a bad one, it was certainly a terrifying experience. As upon digging, a giant unknown creature started emerging. It seemed like a giant serpent that lacked reptilian features. Strange threads were attached to its thick, flat body, which lizards don't possess. Although it was taken to the sanctuary for research, the final reports of this mysterious creature haven't come out yet. Resting creep. This tourist was roaming in the dense forest when a mysterious alien-like creature caught his attention, made him stop and capture this unusual event. From a distance, it seemed like this bizarre thing was resting on the roots of the tree, as if it had come from a long walk, perhaps chasing its predators. However, things changed when a man gathered his courage and decided to approach it. As he neared, he discovered it was merely a plastic sculpture that someone had placed there to pull off a prank. Well, it was indeed a good prank, but the place was not suitable for it. Deceased mystery. A group of campers, while collecting logs for fire, stumbled upon something blood-curdling. An unknown creature was lying motionless on a fallen tree trunk, with humanoid features, an odd-shaped head, and a wide-open mouth. It was initially thought to be a deceased alien. How it ended up here in the middle of the woods remains a mystery. Experts who arrived at the scene collected the body for inspection, yet the details of this enigmatic creature remain unknown. Flying humanoid. While playing in the backyard of a farm in Kent, United Kingdom, a group of young boys noticed a peculiar hive on a tree. Fascinated, their father recorded a video of the unusual sight. Initially, they speculated it might be a dragonfly or something similar, but as they observed its appearance more closely, confusion set in. The creature had a humanoid body structure, complete with hands, legs, and a head. The only stark difference was the presence of wings. Without wasting any time, the father and his kids quickly fled from the scene, startled by the bizarre encounter. Standing still. Looking for some hair-raising creature? Well, here it is. A man, while passing by a frozen forest, noticed a still unknown creature. It surely sent a spine-chilling vibe to the people nearby. We are not sure yet what this terrifying being was. It could have been anything. A wooden body stuck in the ice to pull a prank on a passerby, or it could have been a truly mysterious creature that came out of its cave after centuries. What do you think it could have been? Tell us in the comments section. Unconscious monkeys. This one was not only a rare sight to witness, but also shocking, where a group of monkeys was found lying unconscious right in the middle of forest. People had no clue what had happened to them. It seemed like they were all taking their short afternoon nap, but when they didn't show any movement for a while, it caused concern among the people. So they took the poor monkeys to the vet, where an extensive examination revealed that they might have eaten something wrong in the forest that caused dizziness, and they would shortly come to their senses. After that, they were released into the forest, where they all woke up as if nothing had happened. Shady Beast. A troubled-looking individual was captured in footage by a passerby, who first thought it was a monkey. However, with no trees around, it was next to impossible to call this creature a monkey. But when this mysterious creature started chasing the man, it revealed its face, which was unknown to everyone, as no one had ever seen such a critter before. When the video hit the internet, people started calling this creature a shady beast or hairy creature, as it had a lot of thick hair on its body. After that, it was never seen again in that area. Rescuing hound.
This is good.
A couple was walking in the woods when they heard some murmured voices. Following the voice, they came across a log under which the poor hound was stuck. It had rained a day before, so it might have sought shelter in the log and got itself trapped. The strong man wasted no time thinking and started the rescue. With the help of a shovel, he managed to break the log into 2 pieces and freed the hound. The hound got a second chance in its life.
Welcome back.
And we hope it won't be wasted under such risky shelters. Massive Bow Constrictor. Have you ever seen a boa constrictor? Well, you must have seen, but not as massive as this one. Workers logging parts of the Dominican rainforest stumbled upon a giant snake and wasted no time leaving it alone. Although non-venomous, boa constrictors bite their prey with their teeth before squeezing the life out of them. This snake was so massive that a crane had to be called in to lift it. After the big lift, the snake was moved to a denser part of the forest away from people. Leaf insect. These discoveries are unraveling our insecurities, folks. Just because you're in the jungle holding a leaf doesn't mean it's actually a leaf. It could be a giant creepy insect just like this one. So, watch out. This insect has an external body that looks just like a leaf, and it opens up to capture its prey, entangling them in the process. It's not just sneaky, it's noisy too. You can hear its cheeky noises. Which might be a way of signaling its buddies nearby to join in the food search. So, when you're in the jungle, be on the lookout for more than just leaves. Crumbling deer. This deer was spotted in the grass, jumping most weirdly, an unusual behavior for these animals. It looked like it had seen some demons on the ground, provoking it to run peculiarly. While crossing the road, it stumbled twice, but despite that, the deer managed to reach the other part of the field. Later, a man recording a video inquired about this from nearby people. They explained that it's quite common among deer when they walk in such fields and sense danger or a nearby predator. They run like that. Sometimes in fear, they lose balance, leading to stumbling. Road crossing ghost. Imagine driving home, and while crossing the jungle, you stumble upon something that shatters your excitement to reach home. Just like this man who was driving when a creepy creature suddenly crossed the road. Fortunately, the man managed to record the sight on his camera, but what it was remains unknown. It resembled a shadow that passed and then abruptly vanished into the jungle. Folks, these forests are genuinely eerie places. These forests hold a lot of spooky creatures and their secrets within them. Mummified alien. The men were digging when they found a strange small creature that resembled a mummified alien. Its peculiar features, including an unusual one, were making it unrecognizable. Some might argue that this discovery provides enough evidence to prove the existence of aliens. However, upon closer examination, it became apparent that the creature was nothing more than a plastic body. Some individuals may have buried it, or it may have been left on the ground and gradually covered by soil due to weather conditions in the area. Guys, we must remain patient and await more credible and significant discoveries in our quest for proof of extraterrestrial life. Dragon carcass. The splendid discovery shocked everyone when a group of people stumbled upon the remnants of a giant carcass. The leftover of a dragon-like body, it was not an ordinary creature, given its epic size, making it a remarkable find for archaeologists. Despite its extraordinary nature, the true identity of the creature remains unverified. Researchers have taken it with them for further examination, and they are currently working on determining its origin and species. Once the reports are finalized, we will be the first to share the truth behind this mysterious carcass. Crunchy frog. It looked like a crunchy leaf, but it wasn't. It was a rare species of frog that had been discovered in the jungle. Its unique appearance sets it apart from other frogs. These frogs were found in the water, and when they sat on the trees, they became unrecognizable. They seemed to blend in with the leaves or wood, making them stealthy in the woods. These frogs were larger than the average frogs and could be potentially dangerous as well. So, be careful guys while roaming in the woods. Caterpillar chain. Now, have a look at this cluster of caterpillars beneath a rock. This discovery is surprisingly cool. Initially, the caterpillars appeared snake-like, causing a momentary fear among everyone. However, as they observed, they realized there was no movement. Upon closer inspection, they noticed the caterpillars arranged in a seemingly intentional manner. Questions arose about why someone might have placed them in such a peculiar spot. Perhaps it was some kind of prank pulled off by some folks. The incident added a touch of mystery to their day, leaving them curious about the secrets hidden in the smallest corners of their surroundings. Crawling critter. Guys, this is by far the weirdest find in the jungle. It's some kind of animal that has never been seen before. The critter, with its unusual white color, is trying hard to move. But here's the intriguing part, it's not actually moving. It might seem like a species of tortoise at first, but its peculiar shape tells a different story. No one is sure yet about what it could be. What's your take on it? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Watering tree. The man was chopping a tree when water started flowing out of it. It was surprising to see water coming from a tree. He stopped for a moment, looking at the unexpected sight. It made us all curious, like a little mystery in the middle of the forest, even though he was just cutting a tree. It turned into something interesting with water flowing out. Nature can be full of surprises, and this was one of those moments where you realize how amazing and unexpected things can happen, even in everyday activities like chopping wood. Fire tree.
There's a fire in Shelville, and it's going straight up the middle of a tree. That is the craziest I've ever seen.
From yellow to orange and reddish orange, the tree was glowing up with a mysterious fire burning inside when a passerby found it standing on the ground. Curious, he shared the video online and left the netizens confused about this peculiar sight. Yet later, a team of experts controlled the panic situation by declaring the burning trunk was a result of a storm lightning that hit the standing tree and made it glow by burning flames of fire inside its trunk. Since the fire was supposed to burn the surrounding ground as well, it was decided to cut the tree to fully extinguish it. Snake tree! A group of loggers heard strange voices coming from the tree, as if something was trapped inside. Convinced that an animal was stuck, they decided to cut the tree open. To their surprise, a snake emerged. Coiled and frightened, they carefully rescued the trapped creature, understanding that it had found itself in an unusual situation. After ensuring its safety, they released the snake back into the wild. It was a unique encounter, a blend of curiosity and relief. Snake was lucky that its plea for help was heard. Ancient creature. This creepy-looking creature was discovered by some hikers during their expedition. With a head and a bulky body, it was standing directly into their soul. No one knew what it was. It could have been an ancient creature that emerged from some cave after centuries. But strangely, it later disappeared suddenly. They tried to find it, but couldn't get another chance with it, leaving everyone intrigued and wondering about the secrets hidden in the depths of the wilderness. Massive spiderweb. In the woods, people found a huge spider covering the trees. It was a rare sight, and the web looked like a masterpiece. The tiny spiders had worked together to create this complicated structure. They must have been really busy during the night. The web sparkled in the morning sun, and it seemed like they used dew to make it shiny. It was amazing how the spiders collaborated to build something so big, beautiful, and surprising in the blink of an eye, turning the ordinary woods into a magical place. Blue wood.
Wow, look at this crazy blue crust fungus. It's just absolutely all over this log.
A strange cobalt crust appeared in the woods. At first, it puzzled everyone who stumbled upon it. The vibrant blue color made it look unusual and fascinating. People couldn't figure out what it was. People came up with strange guesses, like it was some kind of supernatural tree, or linked to the House of Aliens. Thanks to experts who stepped in to clear the air, confirming it was indeed a fungus, and putting an end to the mystery surrounding the peculiar growth.
So weird.
Glowing eyes! A group of young hikers set out on a camping trip in Casa Nino National Forest, Arizona. As they were exploring the dense forest, they stumbled upon a narrow stream. To their surprise, they noticed a peculiar-looking man sitting beside the water. Upon closer look, the hikers realized that the man seemed troubled and gave a mysterious vibe. When they put a light on it to see what it is, to their shock, the creature reacted by swiftly turning its body, revealing a bald head, a skinny frame, and, most unsettling of all, glowing eyes. The hikers quickly decided to retreat from the unsettling sight. They later informed the authorities, but they couldn't find any creature like this. Red tree. Hundreds and thousands of creepy bugs crawling all over the trees. Didn't it feel like an apocalypse? Where all the bugs have gathered to devour the whole vegetation. This freaky ladybug invasion was captured a few years back when these cute-looking lady beetles turned the whole trees red. Not just plants or trunks, but they also invaded houses. However, immediate actions were taken and the situation went under control after pesticides were sprayed. Dramatic rescue. This mountain lion climbed the tree for food and got itself stuck. Spotted by nearby residents, they called for a rescue. The team arrived on the spot and commenced the rescue mission. A few members held a huge piece of thick cloth under the tree, and 2 members climbed to tempt the lion down. With bare hands, one held the lion and made it jump down, which it eventually did. Initially, it got stuck in the branches, but then safely landed on the thick cloth. The team hurriedly brought it to their sanctuary for a checkup. And when they found it was not injured, they released it back into its habitat. Trapped hyena. A hyena tried to stray into Mandawar village near Sohana in northern India looking for food, and got stuck in a fishing net surrounding a farm. This helpless critter was spotted by villagers, and they called the wildlife department for its rescue. As they arrived on the scene, they carefully started cutting the metal wires around the poor hyena. The wire was strongly entangled around its belly, so it needed to be cut with utmost precision. Forest officials said they would take the animal with them and treat its wounds. It will be released back into the forest after it recovers. Watching this eerie sight might send shivers down your spine, as this picture shows a group of bears circling some rocks, just like performing some sort of cult or maybe some other sinister activity amid night. However, there is no such proof of bears involving in some mysterious activities, yet while searching for it, I found an almost similar clip where a group of bears was seen wandering around a pond. They were drinking as if they had been thirsty for a very long time, after which they enjoyed a little and disappeared back into the dark, dense woods. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.